Hello, hello, welcome. We are live. It is Friday night. Time for Moms Who Resell, my weekly, sometimes bi-weekly reselling show where I meet with other reselling moms and chat all things mom and resell. So tonight I have a very special guest. I met her on another live show, and I'm so excited that she said yes to be a guest when I so bluntly just invite people. So if you want to be on the show and you're here right now, definitely hit me up because I want to meet all the reselling moms because I know it's a somewhat small community. Maybe it's just a quiet community, but I know you're out there. So I want to introduce to you Kristen, one thrifty mom. She's joining me tonight from South Carolina, and I am excited to hear all about her and hear about her reselling and how she got started and all the things. So let's welcome Kristen to the show. Hello, hello,
Hello.
welcome. You said South Carolina,
Hello.
right? Did you say
Yes,
South or North? South. Okay,
South Carolina.
making sure I didn't mess that up. We've got a couple people in the chat. Chris is here. I know you were
Hey,
wondering why it wasn't
Chris.
showing, and it was because we weren't live yet. So now we are live, and now hopefully you should see it. So welcome to my sister, who was the first one on because she's sitting in the other room. So thank you, sis. And welcome, Nutter, of course. So
Hey,
excited to have you
Nutter.
on.
I see you
And
live on Instagram all the time.
yes, Coppercat, welcome.
Hello.
Awesome. So while we're waiting for some people to come in, why don't you do a quick introduction? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your family and how you got started.
Okay, so I'm Kristen, and I live in South Carolina, as you all know now. I have lived here my whole life. And sorry, I have the screen over here too. So, bit of a distraction. I was born with a disability. I like to call them abilities because, we have to work 20 times harder at what we do. Anything,
Yeah.
whether it be school, a job, anything, with disabilities. And I only call it disabilities because that is what it is. But I like to call it abilities.
Yes.
And so me and my husband, he actually had back surgery November of 22, right?
January 23.
Oh, he had two back surgeries.
Oh, wow.
One in the end of 22 and one at the beginning of 23.
Okay.
So, we kind of fell into the whole reselling thing.
I
My
love it. How did you
father,
find out? How did you find out about it?
my father, introduced me to reselling. I had never heard of like going to the thrift store and reselling stuff,
Right.
But it was pretty cool, and he introduced me to a few YouTube channels I should watch. So I did, and then I applied to be on Whatnot, and I started off on eBay that first year, and then I slowly grew into Whatnot. When I was approved, back then it was like 2 weeks to get approved. Now you get approved instantly, I think. But when I got approved, I'm a shy person. And I tell my chat that all the time, believe it or not, because I mean, I'm bubbly and I'm fun, and I like to
Right.
entertain during chat and everything. But stepping into that new platform, I just didn't know what I was in for. Live
Right.
reselling, and but I've actually gotten very, very comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you either love it or you hate it with the live reselling and on whatnot. And I've tried it a few times. I gave it a good go, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I love it. So it's kind of on the back burner for if
yeah,
I'm bored and I want to start it up again. But it takes a special person to do whatnot. You have to really like it.
right.
Welcome to Glamma. JRK, welcome. Paula, welcome. Linda. I just saw
Hey,
the name, but I didn't
Paula.
click it. Where are you? There you are. Yay. All right. So why don't you tell me how your family is involved? How does your husband help you? Do the kiddos help you? How is the family involved in it?
Well, it started off, me and him would be a husband and wife team on whatnot. But that slowly dissolved for just different reasons. And then I'm more of a one woman show now. But
Yeah.
he does the shipping in the mornings for me. So
Good.
yes, so
Well,
I'm
you brought a
super
lot of
grateful
people.
for
Looks
that.
like Paula, welcome. And this is Jen's fun stuff.
Yes, oh my gosh,
Patrick,
Jen.
thank you for coming.
Hey,
So, do your
Patrick.
kiddos help you at all?
Um, they do. My daughter primarily, my youngest, she loves, like, they have these things on whatnot called pop-ups, and she's like, Mom, we should really do a pop-up. And I'm like, okay. And
What is a
she,
pop-up? Is it just an unplanned show that you just pop up
yeah,
and do a show?
yeah, basically.
Makes sense.
Um, yeah, so she's like, I'm gonna name it. And she starts typing on my computer. And I'm like, no, baby, don't do that. Like, let mama name it, whatever. She's
Oh,
like, no,
fun.
I'm the boss here. So she did it. And she was like, what's called when your daughter wants to do a live, you go live.
That's what she called it? Oh,
Yeah,
funny. How many did
yeah.
you get a good attendance? Did a lot of people come?
Oh yeah. Um, I have how many followers on whatnot now?
Like 4,800.
Almost 5,000 followers on whatnot
Holy
now.
smokes. That's
Yeah,
amazing. So is that your biggest platform now?
yeah. That is my primary platform at
And
the
how often
moment.
do you do shows?
Um, I tried to do one daily and nightly plush and chat with Kristen every night.
Wow.
Yes.
That is amazing. Serious dedication. What made you switch from YouTube over to what not YouTube,
Or eBay.
eBay?
Um, just the listings, like they're super technical about it, and
Yep.
it's just easier to get a faster volume gone within like 30 minutes to an hour rather than,
Yeah.
that sit there or
Wow.
something. So,
That's
and
amazing.
I was actually gonna say that our 1 year celebration, we kept having to push it back on whatnot, is actually tonight after this show. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Well,
if you want to
it's
go
worth the
follow me
wait. So
on,
if you're waiting for the show, it'll be worth the wait.
if you want to follow me on whatnot, my link is
Yes.
on mine.
Yeah, for sure. So you mentioned plush. Is that your favorite niche, or what is your favorite?
Plush would have to be my favorite niche.
Yeah. Is there one you
Um,
wish you knew more about?
I do. I actually wish that I knew more about luxury bags and how to tell if they're real, where to source them, stuff like that.
Yep. That's a whole nother animal for sure.
It's
Anything luxury is to make sure that it's not fake. That's a skill because they're getting
yeah.
really good at the fakes.
Oh yeah. It's a completely different ball game. 100%.
Yep. Let me hop over to the comments. I will have to check out your whatnot. I like watching whatnots. I like buying on whatnots. I'm just not a lover of listing on whatnots.
Right. I I only do have one buy it now option in my whatnot. Every whatnot, whether it's graphic tees or plush shows that I'm doing, I only have one listing, and that is for Taylor Rockford Foundation support. My brother
Nice.
passed away when he was 27,
Wow.
2018, 2 days after Christmas, and I
Wow.
used that as income, but I also like there's tips on whatnot now.
Mhm.
And so the majority of the tips do go to whatnot. I mean to
Nice.
the Taylor Rockford Foundation and helping us sponsor the upcoming events as well.
Wonderful. That's awesome. Welcome,
Thank you so
Texas.
much, JK.
All right, let's see. Where is your favorite place to source? Where do you get all of your plush and your shirts and
Ooh,
where's your favorite?
just one.
You can have multiple.
Okay, so my favorite, I have a few. I love Five Below because they are guaranteed to have Sanrio's plush and Squishmallows guaranteed. And I love Hello Kitty and Friends ever
You know?
since selling plush. I love them.
Yeah, there's a following. I did a plush one time, and that was the number one question if I had any Hello Kitty Sanrio plush. And I'm
Right.
like, I don't, sorry. Like, it's a following. People will, they want it.
Well, the funny thing is, when I started off, I feel like I'm yelling, guys.
Oh,
Sorry
you're not.
if I am.
No, you're getting excited. It's okay.
But the funny thing is, when I started off selling plush, somebody was like, they came in my room and they were like, "Do you have any Sanrio?" And I was like, "What is Sanrio?"
It took me a minute too.
Don't
I had to look it up because
know.
that's not what I called it. It was always Hello Kitty.
Yeah, Hello Kitty and Friends. That was
Yep.
it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they definitely have a following. So Five Below, where else do you like to source? Do you ever get used, or do you like to stick with new?
use. I love the bins and garage sales and estate sales. Actually, I've only been to one estate sale before,
Oh wow.
and it was right down the road. But I just love the hunt.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
my wedding ring, it actually comes off in the bins quite a good bit. So my husband has gotten to where he was like, give me your ring before we go in.
Yep, because you'll be in there digging and it is long gone. Someone will
Yeah,
be thrilled when they find a diamond ring in the bins, that's for sure.
right. That's what I said. I was like, somebody's gonna find some treasure.
Yep.
So I like dug in that bin so much. I was like, I have got to find this thing. This thing is over $5,000.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, leave that one at home when you're digging. Not worth it.
Yes, absolutely.
We all love the hunt for sure. And love the
Yes,
bins. So I'm not a fan of the Goodwill bins. I like the Amazon return bins. The Goodwill bins by us isn't amazing, and it's always crowded and it smells funny. It's not ventilated very well. It's not my favorite. So
right.
my Amazon return bins is where I love and I live. So I think bins are bins and they're all amazing. Just that treasure
Yeah,
hunt. You don't know what you're going to
yeah,
find. Nothing's organized. It's just digging for whatever
exactly.
gold you can find. So, the
Exactly.
best. What is your favorite thing about this business?
My favorite thing, well, I'm a girl. It would have to be thrifting.
Yes.
I
We can just
I
shop
don't
all day.
I don't call it shopping anymore. I call it thrifting. So
Yes,
that's
definitely. That is the best.
professional, right? Like
Yep.
I can put shopping to a professional level by calling it that, I guess.
Yep. There you go.
So
Whatever works. And
yes.
what is your biggest pet peeve in reselling?
Oh my
And it could be
gosh, my
either from
goodness.
sellers, buyers, other resellers. I guess it could be in any realm. What bugs you the most?
The most is what are you in chat? Sorry.
Sorry. Go
My
ahead.
husband is messing up my business right now.
No, I'm not.
You're distracting her.
That's my biggest pet peeve. I'm just kidding. Um,
She's right.
no, my biggest pet peeve, since I deal primarily in plush and graphic tees, but mostly plush. My biggest pet peeve would have to be when I find one that is stained or like, and it's a grail, and it's stained or tattered or something, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
And you didn't realize it?
yeah, yeah. When I get home, I don't realize it, and I'm like, well, dang it, I could have saved money also, and now
Yeah.
I have to throw out this great plush that I could have sold for millions. Well, not really
Right.
millions, but you get it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's definitely annoying. But if you're buying it right in the first place, not too bad if you're only missing out on a buck or two from the bins. But
right.
definitely annoying.
Yeah.
All right. What are some of your best and your worst buys or flips?
My best buy and flip would have to be, I'm not sure what it's called. I gave it a name. It's a Winnie the Pooh Jack in the Box, like where he pops up and stuff.
Yeah.
He scares the heck out of me. People were giving me tips left and right on screen when I kept. They said, "Keep doing it, keep doing it." So I kept doing it, and they were
Jump every
giving
time.
me tips left and right, and I would
Oh,
jump.
funny.
And they just loved the jump scare. But yeah, so I bought that one for $3 at the Goodwill here in South Carolina, and I flipped it for $50 on Whatnot.
Perfect. That's amazing. Especially
And
for Whatnot, for it to get that high.
yes, and I looked it up later on eBay, and it was not even $50.
Yep. It's in the eye of the beholder. They wanted it and they were going to pay up for it. They didn't care what it was worth.
Exactly.
All right. We got Veronica here. Welcome.
Hey, Veronica. I saw y'all's live.
Thank you. It was a good one. And what about your worst buy or flip? Is there something that you would never buy again?
My worst buy or flip. I have it written down. Give me a moment. Sorry. Worst buy or flip. Probably when I sell things which is rare that I do dollar starts, because everybody does dollar starts on Whatnot, and it's kind of annoying, honestly, because for us little people, like, you can't really do dollar starts, or
Nope, 'cause
somebody
there's 5 people in the room, and of course, like, everything's gonna go for $1.
yeah,
It's
like,
yeah. You've got to be a big
or like
channel to do dollar starts.
Jen in the chat, she, like, she's a supporter of mine, a big time supporter. But like, my friends along the way that I've met, they don't really, like, they feel bad if I start something at $1.
Yeah.
If I just want to get it gone, you know? And that's why I would do that.
Right.
And then
But then if you try to list it too high, nobody bids on it. So like being a small
exactly.
channel, like I have maybe 10 followers on Whatnot. So I was trying to sell some of my men's clothes, and they were brand new with tag men's jeans. Like these are probably $60, $70 jeans. I was starting the
Right.
bid at like $10, and they still weren't going because people want those $2 starts. They don't want the $10 starts. And I'm like, I've got 3 people in this room. I can't start it at $1, or everyone's going to buy them for $1. So
Exactly.
you've got, yeah, I don't know how to grow the channel without giving stuff away. And that's almost what you have to do at the beginning to start your channel and get it growing, is buy all the plush for 25 cents at the bins and do your $2 starts, and you're still going to win. It's a lot of work because now you have to
Yes.
package all of those, but it's going to grow your channel. So if that's where you want to put your pot, and that's where you want to put all your eggs, that's the way to do it. And that's where I'm like, okay, mentally, I don't have that capability. I still want my eBay going. I still want my YouTube going.
Right.
Like, I can't put that full-time effort into Whatnot that it takes to get to 4,000, 5,000 followers to turn that into a full business.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Exactly.
if that's where you put your focus, it's got to all be over there. You can't really split it between eBay and Whatnot at that capacity. Like if you're going to put like
Exactly.
half in each, but you can't do 100% in each. If you can, like, mad props, because I don't know how they do it. Not enough
Yeah.
hours in the day. Hi. Did you want to say hi now? Now we're live.
Hey,
Lincoln would like
baby.
to say hi. All right, you got your moment of fame.
2 minutes.
That's all he wanted.
That's sweet. Yeah, my kids are a
Thank you,
mess.
Texas. They just love being in my shows. My daughter was in my YouTube that went out, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and she just loves it. And then she gets all the comments, and that just fills her head, and then she wants to do more.
Right?
My
Yeah.
husband passed away. Selling helps with the bills. I'm sorry, but that's a great option. I think it's definitely an option for a lot of people. And the way
Yeah.
that I've heard reselling changing, like that was kind of my eye opener, is how many lives reselling can change. And I was watching videos. Um, he's like a multi-billionaire, Gary Vanderchuck, when he did this whole trash talk series, if you've
Mm-hmm.
ever watched him. And
Yeah.
he likes to bring it down to base level. Like he was buying mugs for 25 cents and selling them for $5. Like he didn't need to do that. He doesn't need $5. But when you do the math, you're like $100 a week. That can be life
Yeah.
changing to somebody. That could be their groceries. That could be their electric bill. Like to think of how many people reselling has helped, it just makes me want to just keep spreading knowledge and teach everybody about it, because it can really change you. And if you don't know about it, because you don't know what you don't know. And before knowing about reselling, like my perception was the people that would buy 5 Xboxes on release day and sell them for $1,000. Like that was a reseller. But to know there was a full business behind it, I never knew that. And there's a lot of people that don't know that. So I just want to tell
Exactly.
everybody how much reselling can help. Because,
Exactly.
yeah, if you need money, that's the quickest way to do it. I have a bunch of comics I would sell for $1. Like I have several boxes. Then yeah, that would be the way to do it. If you've
Yeah.
got a bunch of one thing, that those are easy to ship. You just stick them, hopefully, just stick them in poly mailers, and
And just go.
yeah. Jay, I'm a new subscriber to your reseller content. Welcome, Josette. I've been selling since 2006, off and on eBay. 58, really need to go full time. Welcome. Lady Suburbia, Samantha, welcome. My reselling income pays some smaller bills. I wish it paid for more. It adds up and things snowball quick. I know starting out it was selling like 1 or 2 things and then 3 or 4 things, and now it's like 10 things a day. So the more you list, the
Right.
more you sell, and it'll just compound the bigger your store
Right.
gets.
Exactly.
As we stack up enough pennies, we get dollars. 100%.
Yes. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, Veronica got her light box yesterday, thanks to Patrick, who gifted it. I did a giveaway last week of a collapsible light box, and
Oh,
I did a
yeah.
random drawing, and Patrick was trying not to win it just by being a little smart aleck in the comments. I do a random draw, and it picks his name. And he so kindly decided to gift it over to Veronica. So I sent that
Aww.
out last week, thanks to Patrick.
So sweet.
The only way you
Thank you,
would
Patrick.
comic is a poly if it's a Gemini mailer. Are those like more cardboard mailers? So I'm learning this. I didn't realize, and this may just be this particular buyer. I sold some photo paper, just Canon photo paper, like simple cardboard box of photo paper. I put it in a poly mailer, send it on its way. The person gets it and says the box is destroyed. I'm like, really? He sends me a picture, and there's no way that it tore this box apart. And of
Yeah.
course, the inside is fine. It's photo paper. You're not using the box, you're using the paper that's on the inside. But because he
Right.
was so upset about it, he's like, I want a 50% refund. Like, seriously? So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put it in a poly mailer, but I call his bluff. I don't think that poly mailer messed it up as bad as he thought. Because he sent me a picture of it completely, like, it was completely busted up. Like, unless that went through a meat grinder, I don't know how a poly mailer messed it up like that. So, yeah,
People,
maybe not everything can go in a poly. I don't put hats. I learned that one really early on. People want their hats to
yeah.
be pristine. So those always go in a box. Even if it's a $6 hat, it goes in a box.
Yep.
Hashtag rigged. Patrick trying to not win it, yet he wins everything. Yes, that's hilarious. We lost our 19-year-old daughter tragically. Wow. It brought me to my knees, but I need to really get selling. Yes. Wow. I couldn't even imagine.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
Wow. 19. Baby.
that hurts my heart.
You said you have a 17-year-old, right?
Yes, he just turned 17.
Wow. Let me see. Alright. Could you do a video on how you ship weird shaped items? Yes. So I try to do some packing videos, but they're usually tied to a what sold video. So it'll be like the second half is me packing it all up. I don't sell a lot of weird shaped stuff. I sell like the weirdest shaped thing was
Hey,
a deep
Dragon
fryer.
Master.
I had a big a deep fryer. So it was good size. It was an emerald, but the trick was just to have the right size box. So anytime you have a weird shaped thing, just get the right size box and just wrap things in bubble wrap. If you have foam, if it's something like a VCR, those ones I always wrap pool noodles. Make really good bumpers and they're super cheap. Um, so I can try to do a video, but I don't have a lot of weird shaped things to show in the video. So it wouldn't be a
Yeah,
very long video. I'll have to think of how I can bulk it up because I want my videos to be at least like 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes to make it
right.
worth watching.
Yeah. Me and my husband, he shipped. I was live on Whatnot last night, and he shipped. Uh, this guy got a big old bundle of dogs, like
Dogs?
not real dogs, obviously, but um,
Plush dogs. Okay.
plush dogs. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, my daughter's gonna be so excited and everything," and I always give moms or dads a discount on Whatnot because it it tears me up just to hear about kids. Like, I love it so much.
Aww.
Um, so I'm like, I was gonna do this for 6, but I'll do it for 4 for you.
Aw.
I do that from time to time. And so he packaged this box, and I wish I had it to show you. It was like shoebox on shoebox on shoebox on shoebox, like so tall.
Oh, funny. Yeah, Frankenboxing comes in handy. If you
Yeah.
have to get the right size box, just build your own by taping other boxes. Glamma, those are such nice words. Like Texas lady. I love reading these comments.
Yes, I love.
Welcome, Dragon Master.
Hey, Anthony, welcome in.
We've got Nutter says, you sell the weirdest stuff, but not necessarily weird shape. Like you just sell weird random stuff. But as far as weird shaped stuff, what's the weirdest shaped thing big item, Nutter, that you've had to ship? Because most of them is small, or it's square or rectangular, like if it's a board game or something. I haven't really, and usually if it's weird shaped, I don't have much success. I had these lamps that I sold. This was probably a year ago, 9 months to a year ago, and they were.
Oh,
I see them all the time, and now I'm like, I can't even look at it because there's no way I'm going to be able to ship it. I bought two of them, and they both broke in shipping. So
oh
they
gosh.
they were those what do they call them? Like banker lamps, where they're
Yeah.
green with the glass green dome and like a golden metal base. Super cool looking lamps. And both times, the first time I thought I learned my lesson, I packed the second one better. It still didn't make it. So I may not be your best source on packing weird shaped stuff because my two fragile weird shape did not make it. So I don't buy things that are weird shaped and fragile. I broke the one that hurt the most was a Disney lamp. Was it a lamp? I think it was a lamp. This was probably 2 years ago. It was 1 in 500. Like original piece was, I think it sold for like $600, and
Yeah.
I wrapped it. I thought I wrapped it well. It's still broken shipping. So big breakable weird stuff I stay away from.
Yeah.
I don't have good luck
Yeah.
at all. So I just don't buy it. That's if I know I can't ship it, if I know it's gonna be super hard to ship, there's no way. Unless I'm gonna make $1,000 on it, there's no chance I'm gonna buy it. And I want to make
Right.
1,000 because I'm gonna pay somebody else to package it
Yep. Exactly.
because I do not have luck with that.
I shipped out a Hello Kitty coffee mug the other day, brand new, and I was debating just keeping the thing because I was like, I might use this, but at the same time, like I need to sell it, and
Mhm.
I was like, I don't know if I can ship this though. Like it's kind of I've never really shipped breakable items before.
If it's
So
small and breakable, I'll just bubble wrap the living stuff out of it. And
yeah.
there's a new trick that I learned from Rachel Strickland of mattress pad. The foam memory mattress pads from Walmart. They're
Mhm.
like $15, $17. They don't go too far. I get probably 3 or 4 packages out of them. But if it's a small breakable, I wrap it in that and I've had 100%. So I sold Pyrex bowls, and that was the first one that I did using the mattress pad. And after I did it, I sent a picture to Rachel, and she's like, "Oh, I would have double boxed it." Like I didn't double box it, so Godspeed. And it still made it. So that mattress pad, if you've got something that is weird shaped or it's breakable, I highly recommend. If I had that for my green lamps or my Disney lamp, I think it would have made it. But I didn't know. Tape happy. Yes, lots of tape. Lots of tape, lots of bubbles. If it's big and heavy, they don't sell well. Yeah, big and heavy stuff I usually do local. So I saw, who did I just see? Yeah, right here, the vacuum. Vacuum shampooers, floor steamers. I do those things local and just put them up on Marketplace, on OfferUp, and just sell them local. I sell vacuum parts on eBay. I'll part it out, and those usually do pretty well.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the big stuff like that, I just do local. Unless
Right.
it's got its original box. Like I get it at the Amazon bins and it's in its original box, then yeah, sure, I'll just slap a label on it. But if I have to
Yeah,
package
exactly.
it, not usually worth it. Frankenbox 3 boxes at one time. Wow. I hate
Yeah.
shipping large items. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that type of stuff. I know it's coming in here
Oh,
too.
okay.
I am weird
I'm proud of
shaped
you.
and
You just
fragile.
followed through in the stream.
Yes.
Sorry. I'll stop interfering.
You're good.
Sold a comic book today for $3.60 and eBay took $60.
Whoa!
Wow, what is that percentage?
Anthony, what?
That's a great sale, but that seems high on fees. 360, what is it? Usually like 13%? Yeah, so that was a smidge high. Maybe comic books are in a different category because I
Yeah.
average like 13% is my overall eBay fees. So 13% of 360 would put you at like $47. So maybe was it promoted? Did you have to pay a promoted fee, or comic books might be one of those that are in a higher bracket, but you still made $300. And that's something that takes me back to my beginning of reselling when so many naysayers are like, oh, it costs too much to sell on eBay. They take too much. Well, the lesson to that, sell more stuff. So here you got $300 in profit minus whatever you paid for it, but $300 in profit to go buy more stuff and keep flipping that. So yeah, it stinks they took $60, but it's 300 you didn't have before. That's how I like to look at it.
He said 3% promoted.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. That'd be the $60. But with the promoted, you may have needed it to be promoted in order for it to sell, or it would have sat longer.
Right.
And you still got $300 out of it. There is a way to ship fragile. You just have to overpack it. Yes. And I'm learning from Mary, the merchant. I forget her channel all the time. Um, Something merchant. She's on here all the time. So reseller friend, and she shipped me a teapot. I got it on her whatnot. I forget the brand of it right now, but it was a super fragile teapot, and it
Yeah.
matched my gingerbread theme, and it had the lid that came off, and I'm like, there's no way this is gonna make it all the way from crap. Where is she? She's in Seattle. No, Oregon, Seattle, somewhere up there. And I'm all the way down here. So it had a long way to go. And her husband used to work in packing. So she knew how to pack it. And it came flawless. Absolutely flawless. She wrapped every little corner, every nook and cranny. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need her to pack all of my breakables because
Right?
that was next level. You are so welcome. Yeah, so I bet what is the 3% then? So 360 times 3%. Yeah, it's another $10. So that's the math right there. The 13% fees and the 3% promoted. So, but that's still a great sale. And I would easily pay $60 to sell a $360 item.
It is, Anthony. An amazing sale.
Yes. All right. So, Kristen, what is the biggest obstacle you have to overcome as a reseller, as a mom, with your disability, all of it all together? What is your biggest obstacle?
All of it all together, or just
However,
can I chunk it up?
you can chunk it up.
Okay.
However you want. There's no right answer.
The biggest obstacle I've had to overcome as a reseller is probably the fact that I can't focus anyway. So when, as a mom, reseller as well, that's a whole nother ballgame
Right.
in itself. And then it kind of overwhelms me sometimes.
Yeah.
Like too much at once sometimes. And
Yep.
I'm like, gosh.
Dude.
But the disability portion of it, like when I was younger, I would get, bullied and called shaky bakey and shake and bake and
Oh
all
my
the
gosh.
names. All
People
the
need to
names.
get more creative.
Yes. all the names. It was a thing, a whole thing. So it took me a while, but my counselor told me at one time when I was an adult, and I look at myself in the mirror every day, even though I'm like super like accepting of myself now and actually pretty proud of having an ability, you know?
Yes.
Because that just means I have to work 20 times harder than all the rest of them. And I live by that. And she gave me a piece of paper, and I kept it in my wallet for years. And I don't know where that piece of paper is, but I tell myself all the time, I'm not my disability. Nobody can. I'm Kristen. I'm not my disability.
Exactly.
So
Absolutely.
that's what helps me get through the day with that.
Love it. Sammy, thank you so much. Super kind of you.
Oh, thank you.
I was happy with that one. It was a good sales day. Yes. 100%. Sometimes it's hard to overlook how much eBay is taking from you, but I just I think back to how much it would be to have your own store, to market your own store, to get your own traffic, uh, all the advertising, like the amount you get for that 13% and then whatever you promote it at, it's worth every penny.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you just have to think that, all right, now just make more. Just keep selling so that you're selling so much that the fees don't even matter because
Yes.
you're still
I'm
making
super
$300.
proud of you, Anthony. Like, that was a good sale.
That's amazing.
He actually just joined Whatnot as well.
Oh, wow.
I've been on the app for over a year, and he just joined. We met in Shane's chat, Soda City Flips as well,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like me
That's
and
how I met
you.
you.
So,
Yep.
he's a super great guy, though. Y'all should
That's
go follow
awesome.
him on Whatnot as well, and YouTube.
Yes. I'm gonna find you on Whatnot and put it in the chat.
Thank you so much, Glamma.
So if you guys do not use Whatnot, you need to, or at least check it out. All right, so one underscore. Wait, what is that?
No, it's 130 underscore M0M.
Thank you.
You're welcome. People get it confused. So.
Let's see. How about users?
Thank you, Patrick. That's so sweet.
Yeah, 4.7 thousand followers. Holy smokes.
I am going
All right,
to
I just
be.
followed you. And now let's go to copy
Yay! Thank
this.
you.
Come over to the chat. Paste it in there. All right, so go follow her on Whatnot because that's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank
And to
you so
do
much.
everyday shows. Wow.
Sometimes 5 times a day, especially when we have and at night. Especially when we have an event coming up for the Taylor Watford Foundation, Giving Hope to Life. Because it's near and dear to my heart, but and it may not be for everybody, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, like if you have an extra dollar to spare,
It all adds up. Absolutely. And to go to a good
Yeah.
cause.
Last year was our 5th annual golf tournament and our 3rd annual 5K for the Taylor Rockford Foundation.
Wow.
And our 5th annual golf tournament actually included all of the South Carolina reselling friends. Harry Tornado Josh came and golfed in it. Zoe from the flea market that's in a lot of his videos came and golfed with him. Evan Flippy McFlipperson came and golfed, and Soda City Flip Shane. So we
Wow.
all got together, and I spoke and I teared up, and
Oh, how amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So Jay is asking, I haven't started any other platforms yet. Is it really hard to start on Whatnot? So my suggestion is just focus on the one that you're on. Get that one going, get that one stable and steady. Learn the ins and outs of that platform before you move to another one. Whatnot does have a learning curve. There's a lot of videos that teach you kind of the tips and tricks of it. Talking, of course, to pros that do it on the daily would be your best advice. Because as a new whatnotter, there were some learning curves and trying to learn how to stream it from my computer, but then do all the listings on my phone so that I wasn't always on the computer. You have to decide your listing style. Like there's the face to face. Like I would just hold up this piece of jewelry while you're seeing my face, and then there's the people that point the camera down. And you just see the tabletop of whatever it is that they're showing. You have some people that are just voices, so you have it just turned around and you can see the wall that has the shirt or whatever. So you kind of have to decide your style if you want to be on camera, if you don't. So there's a learning curve, but it's doable. It's definitely doable, but
Yeah.
you have to be committed. And I think if you're gonna do it, what were they saying? At least one show a week you want to commit to keep the channel active and keep people engaged and keep it going. You want to do at least one show a week. And I just wasn't ready to commit to that.
Whatnot, consistency is key.
Yep. Yeah, and it
Just
doesn't
like
have to be every day or 5 times a day. Like that is the
right.
full-time gig. But if you can just do once a week, just something that people know every Tuesday night at 1 o'clock or whatever time, 7 o'clock is your show. They know to start
Yeah.
bookmarking it and sharing it, and that's how you get all your follows and repeat buyers.
Exactly.
You have to do live shows on Whatnot. So they have the Buy It Now marketplace section, so you don't have to do the live shows, but that's kind of its perk. That's why you go to Whatnot, is for the live buying.
Yeah, they do have the marketplace option, but as Josh was saying and I was saying too before, the whole purpose of Whatnot is really the auctions. They like to see that.
Yeah.
And
that's what they created the platform for. And now other platforms are trying to do that, to do more of the live selling like Whatnot. So you don't go to Whatnot to be eBay. You don't go to Whatnot to be Poshmark.
Right.
You go there to be a live seller.
Right.
And you can choose how you do it. Like I said, you don't have to be on camera. There's plenty of resellers or Whatnotters that like there is such a range on Whatnot. You can get on there and see like a full QVC setup where these people have like billboards set up and they've got all the flashy lights, and you guys are noisy. Like it looks like you're watching a QVC episode, and then you've got the amateurs that are just standing there holding a t-shirt, and then you've got like the middle guys that know what they're doing and it just looks good and you know what you're getting, and then you've got the jewelry. I feel like the jewelry is the one that's usually just pointed down at the desk. Like just get on there and look at all the different channels, because you will see there are so many styles and you just have to pick the style that works for you. And
Exactly.
that's the great thing. You don't have to be on camera. If you don't like being on camera, you're not comfortable on camera, you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to. And there's
Yeah.
many ways to do it. And just check out the
Yeah,
platform. Get on,
it
hop
is
on lives,
completely up to you.
and just watch a bunch of them. Just see what you like.
Yeah, I
I
did
don't have
a bunch
Kristen's
of
what not stamina.
research before I started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got to decide how you want to do it. And
Right.
you can't compare by any means because people have so many different setups. And the first ones I watched were that like QVC style, where it looked like you were watching an actual show. Like the production that went into it was next level. And then you've got the ones that those are the big like
Was it
million follower channels, so they can start things at $1, start things at 50 cents, give away iPods or iPads or whatevers
I
because they're
think I
million
know
dollar channels.
I think I know the channel you're talking about. Was it Cavado?
I have no
They
idea.
were
I've never gone back to it, but it
giving
scared
away
me
a
because I'm
bunch
like,
of
I can't compete with that.
electronics and stuff. Yeah. I'm
And
still
then there's
small.
like the sudden death ones where you're watching it and they're just doing one piece after another like every 10 seconds. Like, okay, here is this technology, here's a speaker, 5 seconds, go. Okay, that's done. John's getting that. And then okay, here's this tablet. We got 5 seconds. Okay, nope. Billy's getting that. It's just rapid fire. And
Right.
there's a whole team behind the scenes keeping track of who's getting what because there's no way I was slow and I have to write down on a sticky note, this goes to this person, put it in this pile. Like it's
Yeah.
I'm not there. And unless I had a full team helping me, I would never get there. I'm one person.
Yeah.
So just
I
watch the
mean,
whatnots because it can be intimidating, but there's so much variety on there.
yeah, there's a lot out there on whatnot.
Yes. Do you have a link for the foundation? We can put that in the chat if you do. Or I'm sure you can just
I
search the Taylor Watford Foundation. That should find something.
Yes. Thank you,
Aw,
Sam. Sam's my real life best friend, guys.
that's amazing. But the one thing I committed to is food. Yeah, it's a commitment. Oh, that's one thing to think about once I get my store numbers back up. Yeah, I think this is where I got burnt out, was trying to do too many platforms at once. And I realized I don't need to. Like, I'd rather put my focus into one platform and get really good at that one platform, trickle into cross listing, which I use Vendu, which makes it super easy. And I can cross
Right.
list certain things, but that's not my full thing. I'm focused on eBay, and a few things will go to Poshmark or to Macari or Marketplace, but I needed to focus on one because if I started doing just little buckets in each, they weren't getting my full attention, and
Yeah.
it was bad, very very
And
bad.
I had too much ADD for all that. So I
Yep.
can't like go to the Poshmark. Wait, we're not on whatnot, so I can say Poshmark. Um I
Is it
call it
frowned to use that
Poshmark.
name over there?
Yes. Yes. You cannot send people to other platforms on there. But selling platform.
Yeah.
So I say Poshmark a lot.
Rename it. That's funny. Reselling is a full commitment. Most people don't understand that. It's also an amazing way to make a living. 100%. I heard it said once that
Exactly, Sam.
it's simple but not easy. It's a very simple concept. You buy it for cheap and you sell it for profit. Like it's a very simple concept, but it's not easy. And I
No.
think that's no one said it better. I don't even know who said it. It needs to be a bumper sticker. As a mom, I love hearing and seeing your kids. It makes it real. Thank you. I'm hoping a lot of it is muffled, but when they're underneath this dining table, it's not muffled. And then my husband's like, come on, come get chocolate. Come get a sticker. Come do something. Like, it's not working. Paul, I'm still here just listening. Thank you. Doing comic books, I run the books in listed order, stack them in the same order when they sell. It's easier because they're all the same shape. Okay, that makes sense. I was doing it where I created boxes and each box would be a new order. So when I'd get an order from friend one, I would put it in the box and then write down friend one, their name, and then put the sticky with that box. Super time consuming. I'm sure there was a better system, but that's what worked for me at that time. But if I were to go big time, I'd have to have a better system. What's your system when orders come in?
I
How do you keep them organized?
I actually just have like 1,000 request listing and 1,000 silly starts. I call them silly starts because they usually start no more than $5 for those, and random items. I have like 1,000 quantity and 1,000 quantity of the other, and then when I get ready to just show something on screen and auction it off, I just like type in the description so I know where it goes, and he knows how to ship it. So
there you go.
Because I have gotten yelled at a little bit before about not putting something in the description.
Funny. Yeah.
And it was totally by accident. But
it happens. As much as you're doing it and how busy you are, mistakes will happen. You're still human.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your favorite reseller tip that you wish everyone knew?
I wish everyone knew profits, not projects.
That's a good one.
That is
a good one.
what I live by in my business. Profits, not projects.
Yep. So when you're finding those shoes and those shirts and those hats that need cleaned, leave them at the thrift store. You're not buying them to clean them.
Yeah.
Plush in your case. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
The stained graphic t-shirts, etc.
Yep. Exactly. It's not worth it. How do you see your businesses growing this year? What are some of your goals?
Well, I actually started like listing out goals on New Year's Eve for the business as well as personal. And I want to go live on Poshmark. I'm scared to though, like because it's a whole new platform and I'm super shy.
Yeah.
You can't tell it sometimes, but I am, and so
But
I
you're already
really
doing
want
so
to do
much
that.
on Whatnot. I don't know how you'd have time to do both.
Yeah, I don't either, but that was
That's a goal. That's a good goal.
maybe goal of mine. We'll say that. And I want to source a lot better items.
Yeah.
Whether that be better plush or like this Build-A-Bear
He's a Build-A-Bear.
Yes, he's a Build-A-Bear that I actually got from my friend in the chat somewhere. She might have left. I'm not sure. But Juliana, she got.
That's awesome. I've sold him before. That's why I knew he was a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, I love him. I'm not ready to part with them yet, though. I don't
Yeah,
think,
he's cute.
unless somebody offers more than like $5. Yeah.
I'll give you 6. No, I'm just kidding. He's a cute one. Oh, Juliana is here. She did a little, I'm here, I'm here.
Rihanna.
What do you think of free shipping? I've been doing free shipping because eBay says it helps, but sometimes I lose money. Should I have some free shipping, say under 15, and some charge? 100%. When I first started, my number one always charge flat rate, or not flat rate, sorry, calculated shipping. So it always charge them no matter what. You make sure you put in the right dimensions, the right weight, let it charge them the shipping. As you start getting better, and now that the USPS Ground Advantage is more reasonable because you can get more than a pound and it's still reasonable. I've been using that like 99% of the time. So now
Right.
that shipping is getting more reasonable, I have a better idea on how much something's going to cost to ship. So this comes with experience. It's hard to say exactly how much per item, but if it's, like you said, under 15 ounces, make sure you're adding about $6 or $7 to your item and you should be covered for your shipping. Maybe say $8 just to be safe, because in case it's going on the other end of the country. But adding enough to all of it will make it where if you lose money on one thing, you're going to make extra money on another. So it's a law of average. When you do free shipping, it's going to be a law of average because there'll be some things that, all right, you only made an extra 30 cents on shipping, not enough to even cover your bubble wrap or the poly mail or whatever. But then there'll be other
Yeah.
items that they happen to live in the same state as you, and it only costs $3 to ship, so you got to keep that extra $5. So definitely when you do free shipping, start with the under a pound items so you can start getting used to it. Add at least $8 to every single item, and that'll cover shipping no matter where it's going if it's less than a pound. Uh, big items, I do free shipping only when I'm getting it from my Amazon bins because those items are coming from Amazon. And if I want to have any competition on them choosing my item over going to Amazon, I have to have free shipping. And that's also how
Yeah.
it is selling on eBay. So if all of the listings, all of the comps are $65 free shipping, I can't do 65 plus shipping. I can't. So I have to do 65 free shipping and just hope they live close to my home state. And if they don't, it's just part of the game. The next one, they'll live closer, or maybe it's 2 sales later they live closer. But I only do free guaranteed if I have to match my comps, and that's usually on my Amazon bin finds or on items that are less than a pound. I hope that made sense. Sorry, I kind of ramble a little bit.
You're good.
Always charge for shipping, even if it's included in the price.
I
Yeah, a lot
believe
of
that
people do,
too.
but it does help. It will get your sales picked up when you have free shipping. It's a mental thing. Even when you're adding $8 or $9 to your item, you're getting an eBay shipping discount that they're not going to get. So I think that's part of it too. So when they're trying to, they sort their item by cheapest. They want to go find this remote and they sort it from cheapest to most expensive. And because yours is free shipping, it'll show up higher than somebody who's charging $9 for shipping, $10 for shipping, because you only added $8 for shipping, knowing you're going to get yours discounted when you buy it. I hope that
Right.
makes sense to you. So knowing that you get a discount on shipping, you can offer free shipping because you're able to use your discount. So you're not paying $8 to ship it, even though they would pay 8, you're only going to pay 6 or 7 or something like that. The number they see for shipping versus what you pay for shipping is always going to be less because you get the discount. So might as well pass the discount on and get more sales. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. This is why I'm a horrible reseller. I always do calculated. You're not horrible. Starting out, always do calculated.
Yeah.
Point blank exclamation point. Do not do free shipping when you are just starting out. You will lose your butt. Guaranteed. Because if you don't know enough by experience how much certain things are going to cost to ship, because you have to think worst case. I'm in Arizona. I have to think I'm shipping everything off to Pennsylvania, to Vermont, to Nutter on the other end of the country because I want to make sure that I'm going to cover myself. And if you've never done it, you don't know how much something's going to cost. And
Right.
I know like shipping a golf club. I can ship golf clubs with UPS for less than $10, no matter where it's going in the country. And so I'm fine doing free shipping and adding $10. But
Yeah.
some people may not know UPS is the cheapest. So they may go ship it for $30 post office. Or yeah, always do calculated. Just starting out, always do calculated. Do shipping as your back pocket trick once you start getting better.
Yeah.
All
If
right, my
you're
friend, we
trying,
are past an hour. What were you going to say?
if you're trying to be a reseller, then don't overdo it and break the bank trying to get there.
Exactly. There's no need. There is no need to be in a rush. Sit on your items if you have to. The right buyers are there. Buy items that sell faster to start getting your inventory flipping faster so you can learn more faster. Buying items that sell faster, you will learn faster because more items are selling faster. It's a beautiful cycle. All right, my friends. A huge thank you, Kristen, for coming tonight. It was so great
Of
to meet you and learn about your
course.
organization and your amazing Whatnot business. And I hope everyone follows over on Whatnot, over on Instagram, on YouTube. Follow her on all the channels. It's all under the same One Thrifty Mom. Definitely subscribe, follow all the things. And next week, I will not have a live because I am taking my daughter to Disneyland. She's got a dance
Yay!
competition out there, and it's going to be our first time. So we're leaving Saturday morning, but I've got to pack and get all the things ready. So no show next week, and then I'll be back the week after. And yes, Lori, you just got here a little late. We are wrapping up. Oh, girlfriend, I'm sorry. We missed
Well,
you.
I appreciate you so much for having me on, inviting
Yes.
me.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone on the chat and all the new friends that
Yes.
joined us tonight. It was so great to meet everybody. And if you are just joining, make sure to start over. This will go up on replay so you can watch it from the beginning and hear all about Kristen's wonderful business and organization and all the things she's doing. So thank you again, Kristen. I was amazing meeting you. Thank you, friends in the chat. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.